it thumb. I need that bread like every crumb. Came up from nothing, made a sum. I came up, who I was down with. You change up, stay far from around me. I came up, who I was down with. You change up, stay far from around me. Same squad. Drop top, coupe, dodge, raindrops. Big back plays on FaceTime. Squad ain't with me, then it ain't right. Same squad.
From the banks of the Ohio River, there's a look at Paul Brown Stadium here in Cincinnati, Ohio. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Cleveland Browns and the Cincinnati Bengals. Fall is in the air, and the NFL season is in full swing, and we're underway here in Week 4. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Now the first carry for Dalvin Cook. Even with the nice move, can't go very far. Stopped short of the 30. Trent Murphy, the one to bring him down.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28.
Double, set, waiting. Attack 53.
And that'll set him back 5.
Light, set, 260.
Here's Stafford now on 2nd down. Escaping the pressure right. Now he'll let it go deep. Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. Desmond King picks it. They told us repeatedly earlier in the week in our meetings, we need some plays from our defense here on the road early. They got one.
And don't think they were above all week long pointing out to their defense that the other defense is rated higher than them. You going to let that happen, guys? Is that how we're going to play? And they responded to the challenge.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And a solid run down inside the 30. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards. And it's 2nd and 2. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
The first carry now. This is Johnson. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. Just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
They'll look Cook to throw now on first down. Flush to his right. And an alley to run. A strong broken tackle on that one. And then they get him to the ground just shy of the 15. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's second down. On play action, they'll throw. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
And they'll go ground game here with the tailback. And they've got it in the red zone now, down at about the 19. 8 yards on the run, and that cuts us down to a third and about 5.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters a normal space.
Oh, he's going to be hit and driven into the turf. Bobby Wagner in there to get him, and that's sack number 6 for him on the year. And Zerline's kick is good. And the Browns are out to a 3-0 lead. So a good kick there, and they put the bow tie on it with 3 points.
And let's face it, everybody wants a touchdown. We know that. But in the NFL, defenses are awfully good. You're not going to score each and every time. Be able to knock the ball through the post and take the 3.
By the way, I said bow tie. I meant just bow. Not the tie, but yeah.
Either way.
You got it.
I just went right past it.
Cincinnati now ready to take the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10. On second down, Cook. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. It's a gain of 13, and the Bengals have a first down.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
Following the good run by Cook, here's another 1st and 10. They run again on first down. Cook. And a good swarm to the football defensively as they get him down at about the 40. Eddie Jackson with a tackle.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
A give. This is Cook. And he's across the 40, 3 extra yards to the 43. Ryan Kerrigan in on the tackle.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
From the gun on third down, Stafford. He's going to let this one go deep. So they took a shot there on third down, couldn't get it. Now it's 4.
And third down is a key down in any game you play. And third down defense, something we've got to watch in this one. Got to be effective on the passing downs. That's a pretty good first step right there.
They'll break the huddle here and go for it. This is 4th down.
21. Set. 280. 22. Hey, go here.
So they will go for it. Stafford. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Avery Jones busting through to get him for a loss of 6. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. First down carry here for Johnson. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Out of the gun. They'll look to throw. And he'll be taken down by the Bengal pressure. Bobby Wagner. He's the one to get him, and that's sack number 7 for him on the year. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And it falls incomplete after almost being intercepted. A pick there would have been great. The good news for the defense now, it's 4th down. On 4th down on now is the lefty Ryan Allen to punt. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. Now the Cincinnati offense ready to see what they can do here. And this offense last time turned it over, went for it on 4th, didn't get it. They're lucky, though, because no points against the team on the board, but we'll see how they respond.
Yeah, they've got to get a lot of credit to their defensive teammates, don't they? They had their backs on that last series, and because they did so, that allows the coach to still stay aggressive on offense and maybe go for it again in a similar situation.
I was going to say maybe makes that offense feel good, but when you know you've got a defense making stands like that.
Yeah, that'll loosen up things a little bit, won't it? Maybe you'll play a little bit better the next time you have the ball.
On the ground, this is Lamar Miller. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll set up a 3rd down.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on run downs. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the 2nd level.
Now Stafford. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 17. And great field position coming up in the red zone at the 17-yard line. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. Chris Thompson, his first touchdown on the year. And the Browns add 6 to their lead. And there you go. Nothing really too complex. Block, keep to your assignments, let them run it in. They did it.
Fundamental football. Good blocking beats good tackling on that play. End result, touchdown.
Zerline good with a PAT. And the lead grows to 10-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Bengal offense now gets set to head back out onto the field. They'll start out on the ground. It's Lamar Miller. And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. A gain of 3, second down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. To throw on 2nd down at Stafford. Throw left side complete. It's Burton. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down. Alongside Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin, and it's the Bengals with the football to begin quarter number 2. They've got a 3rd down and 5 to start things out. Throwing is Stafford. And this is going to be incomplete.
And what did we talk with them about prior to the game? Their ability to move the chains, pick up first downs. So far, 0 for 3 on 3rd down. If that continues, they'll have little chance of winning this one.
So on 4th down, here's Chris Jones to punt it away. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. And that one hits a little too close to the goal line, and it continues into the end zone for a touchback. Here comes the Browns offense back onto the field. They're starting to put some space here. You know, first quarter, they didn't look so hot offensively. This second quarter, though, they've looked really good.
They've jumped in the saddle in a big way now, and now they're in full gallop. I mean, before, kind of cantering around a little bit, right, trying to feel their way, not getting done what they wanted to. But somehow they put it together with play calling, execution, and now there's a pretty big gap.
And they'll look to make that gap even bigger here. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
You got him. You got him.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. And they'll run it here. They'll only get a couple up to about the 30.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
On 3rd down. That's Alexander. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a first down. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving.
That's about what you would expect since they're so efficient on picking up 3rd downs in the top 5 in the NFL. It's all a mindset, and I guarantee you it started in the offseason. 3rd down's important to them. They find a way to pick them up with a very good clip.
They'll drop the throw. And he It's incomplete. The linebacker, Bobby Wagner, able to get back in coverage and knock it free.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
2nd and 10 from the 33-yard line.
Here we go now. 3-19. 3-19.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. The Bengal pressure gets him that time. Down he goes. Bobby Wagner in there to get him, and that's sack number 8 for him on the year. The Browns on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 16. They'll set up a throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football, and the Bengals have recovered it.
But that's the down and distance coaches always talk about trying to avoid, isn't it? I mean, that's 3rd and long, and you just know they're pinning their ears back and coming after him, sometimes even with extra pressure.
And he knew that. I mean, he knew they were coming. He just fumbled it.
Yeah, he knew it. The offensive line knew it. Everyone did, yet the pressure was still there, and he ended up coughing it up.
A first down carry now for Miller. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. 2nd down.
Check 50. Check 50. Hot, hot, hot. Hot, hot. Hot, hot, hot. Go, go. Let's run. Let's run. They're running. Yeah, baby. Yeah.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And this may be a carbon copy as he'll again be stopped right at the line of scrimmage. Shaquille Barrett in on the tackle.
Oh, yeah.
2 runs for a net gain of nothing. Now here's 3rd and 10. Throwing on 3rd down, Stafford. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Reggie Ragland, and he will take it out to the 25-yard line. He was looking for Parker that time.
Brandon, this is why golfers do their best to never count a score in their head before the ball goes in the cup. This looked like a slam dunk for points on this drive, didn't it? Instead, they throw an interception, and they're going to come away empty.
And they'll go with a ground attack here. He finds an opening past the 40. It's a big play there for the Browns. 66 yards. Well, every quarterback, especially a rookie quarterback, loves to have plays like that from a guy running the ball.
Takes a lot of pressure off the youngster, doesn't it? He doesn't have to throw the ball in bad situations. Just turns around, hands it to his big horse. And we've seen rookie quarterbacks ride great runners right into the playoffs.
Here we go now.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And a nice pick up there. He gets about 5 down to the 4-yard line.
Well, Brandon, we always know that once you score 1 touchdown,
you want 2.
You're without a doubt. And so far today, he's got 1, but was denied as he tried to get the 2nd one.
Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on 2nd down. He'll look to throw. Forced out to, and he'll score. Touchdown, Browns. It's their quarterback. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Browns add on to their lead. So a quarterback scramble, certainly a pass play, but he saw something, tucked it, and got in the end zone.
A lot of quarterbacks, when they scramble, they're scrambling to create more time to throw the ball downfield. In this situation, as you noted, he tucked it and took off. Great play by him.
Zerline connects on the extra point, and that makes our score 17-0. out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. To return it is Corey Grant. Fighting him on. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. And out now, here come the Bengals. And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, oh, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4.
No, and what's interesting is, what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence that he's going to turn things around?
We'll see what they do. They begin with a run by Miller. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
We just saw another example of how the defense is winning this game. Really at the point of attack, the offensive line's just getting pushed around. I think now as a play caller, you got to give him a little bit of help.
And he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack. Trent Murphy in there to drop him, and it'll be a loss of about 8.
3 scores down, not even a halftime yet. They're not getting much generated offensively. They've got to figure it out.
It's tough because this defense just seems to be playing with something. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Trent Murphy in there to get him his second sack now of the afternoon. The Bengals bring out their punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. Meanwhile, taking a look at what's going on in KC. And the Bills have taken the early lead. And we'll be sure to keep an eye on that one as we go along here. The Browns offense trotting back onto the field. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked. But you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Chris Thompson with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Browns add 6 to their lead. Zerline good with a PAT. And a rout is on here in this first half. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Here's Corey Grant now to return. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. Now this Bengals offensive unit ready to see what they can do here. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
Here's Stafford. And incomplete as he was knocked as he threw it. And it took the ball off course.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10. On 2nd down, here's Miller. And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line. 1:59 to go in the first half. We'll come back to Cincinnati after this. And the Bengals on third down. A pretty woeful 0 for 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 4.
Hey, watch 28. Hey, give me radar. Set.
Out of the gun, Stafford. But his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Mike Hughes. And they'll take over inside the 45 at the 44-yard line. They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. And that'll be incomplete. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. Only a yard of the pickup there, so it leaves them needing a conversion here on 3rd and a tough 9. And they'll go on the ground. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. And now the Bengals are going to call another timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Here's Ryan Allen now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. 44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. And not what he was hoping for there, as this will hit in the end zone for a touchback. The Bengals getting set to go. And now the first throw for the backup quarterback. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. Gets it up around the 22, but no further. Did flash the fancy footwork, but not much to show for it.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. And, boy, that one drops incomplete, but if he was hit a fraction sooner, it may have been a fumble. Now the Bengals on 3rd down. They're struggling. 0 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 9.
Let's go. White 90. White 90.
Off play action. Harrison. And Jeffrey's got it. A very solid gain of 27. Now they got to get to the line quickly. The last drive he threw the pick, but he's not shy. He's going downfield again there.
And you can't be, because if you back off after throwing an interception, your whole game plan just goes right out the window, and it makes things easier for a defense. And you and I both know there's no quarterback in this league that's any good that doesn't throw an interception occasionally, and they usually bounce back in a big way. I've seen guys throw 5 and still find a way to win the game in the end.
Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts, as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down.
Let's go. Ryan 38.
To throw again. Harrison. Man open, that's Calvin Ridley. And that one results in 35 yards.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that, have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can knock a defense off balance, that'll drive a team towards a victory.
They go play action here on first down. Steps away. And incomplete on the deep ball.
The one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown them a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after them. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. So they'll come up after the incompletion for second down. Throwing again. Harrison. And he can't corral it. Maybe a big missed opportunity there defensively in the end zone. And now third down.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
Yeah, I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter, a lot of time to change things. This offense was on the move. Now two straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Operating from the gun. Harrison into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Tre'Davious White with a pick. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. Final 10 seconds of the half as they've got it 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he stopped immediately there. Tackle is made by Cameron Jordan. So we come upon halftime, and it's the visiting Browns with the lead. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. The Browns are going to get the second half kickoff, and they've got this lead as well as we are back and underway. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Here's the Browns offense now getting set to start off this third quarter. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. Give them a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stopped that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
Here we go now. Blue 90. Blue 90.
Now they try the right side here. And he'll get about 4 across the 30 to the 32.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
The Browns on third down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This time it's 3rd and 3. They'll set up to throw. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight. Unable to find anyone open.
His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. So here. Here are the Bengals now as they get their first possession of this second half. They were able to get the stop defensively. Now a chance really to set the tone here in quarter 3.
They can really take charge, can't they? And this is probably how it was drawn up at the half. I think we can go inside the locker room, all right? And I think we would see up on the grease boards, stop them defensively, get the ball back for the offense, and let's go downfield and score. Seems simple, right? The last part, we have to find out if that's going to happen. But the first part worked to perfection. Did exactly what they wanted, and now their offense has to pay it off.
See if they can get the latter 50%. On second down, here's Stafford. And he drops it incomplete, and their struggles continue here. It's been this way most of the afternoon, hasn't it? This secondary really put this receiving core on lockdown.
Listen, they've worked together like a basketball team that's playing excellent defense. Great communication, doesn't matter whether it's man or zone. And especially against deep balls, as we saw there, they're not giving up anything to them.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. To throw on third down. Stafford. It's caught by Parker. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. 23 yards on the play. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on third down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a first down.
Like 7.
From the 50, Stafford. And with a flag down, he goes down. So they're able to sack him. Now the penalty looks like it could be holding. Let's find out. And this third down looking very tough after the holding penalty. Third and long.
Hey, 22.
From the gun, here's Stafford. Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge. And that's good enough for a first down. The Bengals passing game finding a rhythm. They've got another first. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. First and 10. Now a first down throw. Stafford. And now here is another interception. Tre'Davious White with a pick. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the second week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirts.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. Anthony Barr in on the tackle.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
Now let's go. 3-19. 3-19.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Space to maneuver at the 40. He's got daylight. 30, 10, and all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Chris Thompson, 73 yards. And the Browns continue to roll. And that run massively increased his production in this game, and now he's over 100 yards.
And break out your calculator, partner, because his yards per carry went up significantly, right? Big-time jaunt all the way to the end zone.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Here comes Grant on the return. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. The Bengals offense now, they head back onto the field. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part two, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And he will find his man on the outside. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first. Now Stafford. And over the middle, this is Parker. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line. Just shy of the 20. A gain of 39 that time.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play. They picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
And he will take it all in for a Bengals touchdown. Devontae Parker, his first touchdown on the year. And the Bengals are able to draw a bit closer. Graham Gano on for the extra point. Extra point try good by Gano. And the lead's down to 24. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Heading out is the Cleveland offense now as they get set to take over here. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. He's going to float this over the middle, deep. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. Well, your QB's been sacked 4 times in the game already, and they're the holding call.
And you know darn well the offensive line coach is frustrated and upset that he's been hit that many times already. He doesn't really care that they hold now. Just don't let him get hit anymore.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Big hold to the 30. Finally taken down at the 32-yard line. That'll be a gain of 15 yards. And that'll lead here to a third down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball, protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop him. And he'll get this up only to about the 33. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave him with a fourth down. And how about the call here? They need 2 yards in their own territory on fourth down, and they're going to go for it.
Let's go! What? 90! What? 90! Hut! Check. Watch before. Hut! Hut!
They're going to try and throw. And this is caught. He hits Landry. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. A curious decision to go for it, but it pays off with a first down. Two first downs have them up near midfield now on 1st and 10.
Let's go! 319! 319!
And on the ground they go with a running back. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11. They'll run it now out of the gun. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain that time, and it leaves them with 3rd and 11 coming up. The Browns on 3rd down. They've had their troubles, just 1 for 6. This is 3rd and 11.
Here we go now.
Back to throw here. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything to warrant a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. "21 yards. Well done on the return. And the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10. So now the Bengal offensive unit back out onto the field. They come in off a touchdown drive the last time they had the ball that cut down that lead. Now the defense has done their part, got them the football back.
Momentum started to shift a little bit when they scored the touchdown. It increased when the defense got them the ball back. Momentum definitely in their favor. Now they got to keep things cranking, keep it on high so they can keep cutting into that lead.
The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. Stafford on 1st down. Flushed out right. And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by Obi Melifonwu. And he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offense coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the 4th quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. He'll look to throw. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down.
And, partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal. Because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
Here we go now.
On 3rd down, it's Thompson. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
On now is the big leg of Greg Zuerlein. He has hit from as far as 61 away in his career. They spot it on the midfield stripe, so it is a 60-yard attempt here. And that one's not going to get there. Not enough juice, an ambitious effort, but it's well short. And this score will stay right where it is.
Everything looked good. Good snap, good hold. Sometimes, though, the ball just doesn't want to go where you want it. And this one winds up no good.
They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10. from the 50 at Stafford. And now here's another interception. Picked off near the 26. And he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line. Parker, the intended target. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used the calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it. And that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
Well, Brandon, pace comes into play now because they've got the advantage. They've got the football, but they've got to be very careful about what speed they're going to play. You know, my music teacher back in New Paltz, Mrs. Bythema Bagley, used to say, don't go prestissimo when you really want to go largo. And what she meant by that is don't go too fast when you really want to go at a nice, slow, deliberate pace.
I am speechless. I am without speech. And able to get this one all the way up to about the 46-yard line. And he's able to get more than half of what they needed. That brings up a 3rd and 5.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
The Browns on 3rd down. Just one conversion in 8 tries. Not good. This will be 3rd and 5.
Hurry up, here we go. Blue 90. Blue 90.
Now back to throw. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. And now the Bengal defense here calling a timeout. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. Here's Ryan Allen now as he's on for the 5th time here today. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. Now the Cincinnati offense ready to see what they can do here. And last time, 1 play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
And the first play of the drive there is incomplete. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Here's a give to Miller. A big play there for the Bengals. 51 yards on the ground. A great run, but, you know, this is probably where the offensive coordinator is saying, geez, we could have used a couple of these earlier in the game.
Yeah, he's probably telling the head coach, well, talk to the run game coordinator about that. I just call the plays. We should have had this going right from the beginning.
They keep it with Miller on 1st down. And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. Daquan Jones in on the tackle there.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a quick.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Reggie Ragland. And he will take this all the way down to the 38-yard line. Parker unable to get that one. Gosh, you add up last week and this week now, that's 9 interceptions in this 2-game stretch, and we're not done here.
It's almost as if they can't even believe their eyes. Or maybe, partner, is the confidence level in him so high that they believe he'll get out of it and make plays for them to win a game.
Well, they've said they believe in him. That's being tested right here. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he gets this down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. 4th quarter, you've got the lead. You have to stay in bounds and run that clock. Coaches, that'll drive them crazy.
Sacrifice a yard or two if you have to. Just go down, inbounds, keep that clock going. It's almost like he was caring more about his fantasy stats than it it was about winning the game.
Here he goes right side. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. How about that? Their quarterback. His second touchdown of the afternoon. And the forced turnover on defense leads to 6 points. Zerline connects on the extra point, and the lead will swell by one more. They're down here in the fourth, and that personal foul penalty is not going to help.
No, in these types of situations, players will tell you that's extra intensity. From where we sit, it's actually frustration. Not a good play.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Bengal offense now gets set to head back out onto the field. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily that you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down. Now a play fake here on first down. Jeffrey reels it in over the middle. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. Alshon Jeffrey, his first touchdown on the year. And the Bengals are able to cut into this lead. Gano the extra point, and the lead's down to 24. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is taken at his 4. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. And they will simply, Charles, be looking to duplicate what they did last drive when they were able to push it in for 6.
And they hope it'll be that easy, right? To be able to take exactly what happened before, replicate it. They may have to make a few additional changes along the way because I'm sure the defense will make some adjustments, but they've got to have great confidence having scored the last time out.
Now a handoff looking right, and maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Call it a loss of 2 on the play, and that'll make it 2nd and 12. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12.
Hurry up, here we go. Green 39. Green 39. Come on,
Trying to run inside, but nothing there. And now the Bengals are going to call another timeout. That's going to be their second. They'll be left with one more plus the 2-minute warning, and we'll be back. The Browns on 3rd down. A pretty anemic, a very anemic 1 for 9 thus far. This is 3rd down and 12. They'll look to throw here. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. 13 yards to pick up there. Good for a Cleveland first. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Here we go now. Blue 90. Blue 90.
Back to throw now on 1st down. Going top shelf for Smith. And that's caught inside the 35. That one goes for 36 yards.
You know I'm going to lean towards the defender, right? You know I'm going to do that.
I know.
That's a tough situation for him as I see it. But the truth of the matter is, that ball was not streaking towards him. Had a little arc on it. He's got to find a way to get his head around and make a play on the football.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway.
4 down. Now let's go. Green 39. Green 39.
Time for a break. Back to finish it off on EA Sports after this. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets them to 2nd and 4.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old-school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw it through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. And a short gain here down to the 22. It was the linebacker Leonard Floyd on the stop.
They're a pretty good spot right now with a convincing lead. I think this is where they put on the boxing gloves, start to try and pound them into submission.
And the offensive line, they've controlled this game. I don't see why that trend would change now. The Browns on 3rd down. Just a 20% success rate at 2 of 10. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation.
Detroit!
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. It's a loss of a full 3 yards, and it brings up 4th down. Well, the offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3.
Here we go now. Blue 90. Blue 90. Watch him now, Barney. Barney. Hut. Hut.
Flag comes in. This might be a free play. And that is incomplete, but there is a flag. And on 4th down, this is a big call. So they will accept the penalty and move forward. The penalty moves them into the red zone here on 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And they'll get him down right around the 16. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. A lot of scoring. There's no doubt about that in this one, Charles. Points, they were not at a premium. They were pretty...
Baby, could you? I got too much on my mind right now.